to bet on Kobe when it comes game time,
that makes
but I
sense.
don't want to hang out with you.
All right, you know what? I'm still a little bit emotional about that, so I apologize.
Me too. I mean, the Colts. I mean, salute to Jacoby Brissett and how they've held it together.
Right.
Jacoby is clearly putting himself in a position to say, "Hey, look, I could potentially go somewhere and start." Right. But the Colts team is, part of my French, a fucking mess, man. It's a fucking mess.
Yeah, I mean they're a little bit. I would venture to say that the Colts are in a better position, even with Luck being out, than the 49ers.
I definitely believe.
I think they're better than the 49ers, and I think they'll win tomorrow. So
okay,
we'll see. Yeah, let's go.
San Francisco might win. Well, that's my vote at least. Mm-hmm. All right, Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Where are they playing? Philly.
They're playing in Philly. Philly's gonna win that game. Philly's
3-1, huh?
Are they 3-1?
I think they are. Yeah, I think they're leading the division 3-1.
We turn to Joe.
Eagles are 3-1, first place in the NFC East.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the bothersome thing about the Arizona Cardinals, Larry Fitzgerald is playing like it's his last season. He's playing great. Carson Palmer has a great rapport with him. But like I said in the previous week, without David Johnson, not going to happen, buddy. Not happen. They're going to lose a lot of games that they could have won.
What's Arizona's record,
and their
Joe?
defense is not playing on the level that as expected.
Arizona's 2-2.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take this game. I'm gonna take the Cardinals to go to 3-2 this game and take a step forward. And just as you said, I think that the defense is going to be the reason that they're 3-2.
Their defense has to come alive.
Yeah, I think what happened this week is we're going to see some confusion coverages on. We're going to see some of those athletes coming to play that they have. So they got plenty of speed. They fly around to the ball. I really think that the Cardinals are going to confuse Carson Wentz because he hasn't been looking like a second year quarterback. He's been looking damn good this year. So I think this is the game that we see a little bit of regression from Carson Wentz, and I think that the Cardinals win a tough one on the road, maybe by a field goal.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. It sounded good though, bro.
Yeah, man.
It sounded good, but that's some bullshit,
man.
though. You don't know what you're talking about on that one.
No.
You just talking.
No, totally no.
Carolina will play the Detroit Lions. First, of course, we have to talk about Cam P. Dukes Newton and his controversy with the female. Hey, look, this is the thing, man. Cam Newton shouldn't have said it. He apologized for it. I think that they're going a little too far because Cam has a target on his back. He didn't come out and say, "Hey, you derogatory name this, you derogatory name that." He just kind of said something he shouldn't have said, for sure.
Right.
But does that mean he should? I mean, he's lost endorsements.
Like my homie Ant said, shout out to Ant B, man. It would have been better if Cam would have been like, "Hey, man, these hoes don't know nothing about no routes, man. What these hoes talking about?" At least you would have had something to directly say.
Right.
You wouldn't have to reach so bad. You know what I mean? They're reaching horribly.
Yeah, well,
bro.
he's got a target. He's got a target on his back.
He just came out and went out with the fish last week, and it was, "Hey, God gave me a pinnacle to do this." Then you come back and like, "But he was talking about the route." But I mean, he was just talking off the cuff. I mean, Cam Newton should not be. He only needs to talk to the press once a week.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be completely honest. All right. I listen to some other podcasts and I keep up. I mean, like, there's some women that know football.
Yeah, it is.
That's
that was a totally chauvinistic, pig-headed statement.
There's women that know football. There's women that win fantasy leagues.
Yeah, man.
You know something about that, right, Joe?
They got women. They got women referees and they've got women coaches.
Exactly.
I mean, like, there's a coach. There's a female coach in the NFL.
You know what'll probably make the NFL better?
What's that?
Some women running backs. Some female running backs, man. Put them in there, man. We need more running backs, bro. Put them in there, bro. Put them for the Cardinals.
Who is this? Okay, now let's.
Put some female running backs in there, bro.
You gonna put a female running back?
Sexist again, man.
I'm not being a sexist. I'm being a realist.
Female kickers for the Bucks.
Maybe a female kicker.
Female kickers for the Bucks.
Female kicker, but one roughing the kicker
do better than Nick Folk.
I tell you what. Who remembers the play where Sean Taylor, God bless the dead, knocked the crap out of the punter?
Ooh,
I definitely remember that.
You do remember that, right? Yes. Can you imagine that happening to a female?
Hey man,
Right, he will probably get an assault charge.
Equal rights.
Okay, well, I tell you what. First female kicker that ever comes about. She automatically goes to DJ Scream in our fantasy.
The Chargers need this female kicker, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need this female kicker. There's two teams that need it.
Hey, he talking about the Chargers need a female kicker, but they just cut somebody named Young Ho.
Oh, man,
that Young Ho cool.
Okay, Cam, you my partner, dog. It's gonna be hard to beat them Lions in Detroit, dog. It's gonna be hard, bro. I gotta roll with the Lions, my dog.
Yeah, man. They give me the Lions at home.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the Lions look pretty good this year on the low.
Yeah, I mean they're going for it.
Yeah,
they're definitely going for it. I can't wait till they play. They haven't played Green Bay yet. Have they played Green Bay?
They have not.
Yeah, I can't wait till that game.
That's gonna be a good game. Yeah,
kind of see where that division stands. Seattle will be traveling not far to Los Angeles to play the Rams tomorrow.
Are the Rams for real?
The Rams. Well, you said last week if they did it, you was gonna change your position on Sean McVay. What's your position now?
Sean McVay, he did it, man.
I mean, Gurley is having he's one of the names you have to put out there for running back of the year. He's having.
Yeah, he's having a hell of a season.
The
only running back having a better season than Gurley, in my opinion, is Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
exactly, that's exactly what's going on.
I mean, I think that the Rams, who have always given the Seahawks problems, will come out on top tomorrow.
What I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Another whiskey prediction. I'm shaking it up.
Take out the whiskey.
Shots.
Yeah, take a shot, man. What a shot glass?
I predict the first tie of the season. Rams and Seattle tie.
How does that work for our predictions?
I mean, either I get it right. I mean, it's gonna be very hard for me to get it right.
All right. Okay.
I predict the tie.
You're taking an L in this game, basically.
Right.
It could be a tie.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, man. Anything can happen.
Weren't there ties last year in the NFL?
Anything is possible.
Weren't there 2 ties last year in the NFL? There were 2 ties.
There was almost 2 ties last week.
It was almost 2 ties last week.
Jets and the Jets Jags game.
Those are these teams play.
Cardinals game.
These teams play each other like it's high school, and they're not getting paid. Like they just go to war. Now the Rams seem to kind of have Seattle's card on certain things, but I think they're gonna see war tomorrow. Like really war. Like Seattle's.
Yeah, I think the biggest matchup discrepancy is going to be the Seattle offensive line versus the Rams defensive line. Aaron Donald has come back from his holdout like lights out, looking like a young Lawrence Taylor mixed with a refrigerator Perry. It's crazy.
Russell Wilson will be running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Just hard guy to get to.
Right.
Guy to get to, regardless how bad the offensive line is. It is just hard to get to Russ and take him down.
No, all you got to do is play a little Future, and something just kind of goes a little. Like when he came to Atlanta, they played the Future, and so hey.
We'll see, man. That should be a good game in L.A. Baltimore Ravens and the Oakland Raiders. What kind of update do we have on Derek Carr, Joe?
He's out 2 to 6 weeks. They're saying it might be closer to 2 than 6.
Well, hold up. He's listed as questionable for tomorrow.
Teams play games with those injury report papers.
Didn't he log a half a practice yesterday?
Actually, he did. What happened was, so they're saying that I don't believe he's going to play, but like you said, they are playing games and they're making them think they could be ready for him, maybe trying to get a competitive advantage. I think there's no way that he plays Sunday, and if I'm wrong, then he's superhuman. But
they paid him a lot of money.
Yeah,
that's superhuman money.
Yeah, same type of injury, just crossover in the basketball that Mike Conley had last year. He was supposed to miss maybe like 6 weeks. He only missed like a week and a half. So, and they're very, very similar injuries. So yeah, I think but 2 different sports too. So I think it would be smart to protect the investment and not play Derek Carr next week, and hopefully that extra week could get him where he needs to be.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
but just as far as the matchup. I'm not choosing Oakland because I think they're going to win. I'm choosing Oakland because they can't lose tomorrow. They can't. They just absolutely can't. And I think that's going to be like the mentality and the vibe in the locker room. You guys cannot lose today. You're losing games that we weren't supposed to lose. This is supposed to be the year we make the run. We know that Derek Carr got injured, but there's a lot of people that's not stepping up doing what they're supposed to do. Amari Cooper is dropping he's dropping everything. He looks horrible. Marshawn Lynch has not beasted any. He's the reason I'm not undefeated in all my fantasy leagues. I have to blame it on Marshawn. Yes, I said it, Marshawn. Get your shit together. All right. The Ravens are pretty banged up. They just can't lose tomorrow. Oakland wins that game because they can't lose, and if they do, boy, it's gonna be problems.
I mean, yeah, it is, but I think they'll be all right. Even if they lose tomorrow, I think they'll still be a sneak to the wild card and be a hot team. So
it's not just losing tomorrow; it's losing to the Ravens. You can't lose to the Ravens at home.
If you don't have a quarterback, if E.J. Manuel's your quarterback, you can damn near lose to anybody.
And I see E.J. Manuel manage some Bill games. Manage. Keyword.
This ain't no Bills defense. I mean,
true.
So at the end of the day,
true message.
I just yeah, I think the Ravens are a little upset too, man. I think they're still probably fuming a little bit from that blowout loss overseas. So yeah, I think that defense is going to come out angry. They're going to make it very hard on E.J. Manuel to be successful. So yeah, just get on the strength of the Ravens defense. I'll go with the Ravens.
And what's becoming a classic rivalry, we have the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys tomorrow. Definitely looking forward to seeing that game. A lot of question marks in that game. Will Ty Montgomery be playing for the Packers, or will it be Jones, or will it be Williams? Aaron Rodgers is going to do what he does, but, Dak is out to prove his legacy.
Where is the game?
The game is in Dallas.
Yeah, give me Cowboys.
Ezekiel Elliott, still kind of waiting around, trying to see what's going to happen with his situation. I'm thinking he's going to be okay, but a part of me is thinking he's not because I picked up his handcuffs in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers is going to win that game, man.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys in Dallas.
High over under 2, 52.
Yeah, these over-unders been a little bit off this week. I think the Patriots and the Bucks missed by maybe 25 points or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, give me the Cowboys on the strength of the home team winning and being able to slow the ball down and slow the game down and taking the ball away from Aaron Rodgers. And I think that's what they'll try to do.
I think your Packers are just going to go out there and you're going to just see the Jordy Aaron show. Like, you're just going to see more of the Jordy Aaron show, which is becoming one of the greatest shows on earth this season. So I'll go with the Packers, like I usually do.
All right, well.
Yep. All right, so Kansas City and Kareem Hunt will be playing the Houston Texans and Deshaun Watson. Another game I'm looking forward to. Kansas City, in my opinion, should have lost the game last week. I mean, they played great against the Redskins. I'm going to put it on Josh Doxson. A lot of people say, the game is not won in one play and all this other stuff. But, I mean, dude, like you've been injured, you haven't been around, you're barely around, your attendance is not that good. You should have hauled that ball in. You should have hauled the ball in.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what you get paid to do. I mean, honestly, people make mistakes, but that's not a mistake that you really want to make in that position. So,
yeah.
Man, just give me the Texans just based on the fact I'm riding the wave, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's a home game, and Kansas City has to eventually lose, right?
Right, exactly, yeah. And, give me the Texans. I'm riding the Watson wave, Georgia boys. You already know, man. And hopefully, man, we're starting to witness the next great quarterback in the NFL, and hopefully he can represent the GA a little bit better than some other guys that I'm not going to name.
So if the Chiefs lose tomorrow, they're the last
standing undefeated team, and the 72 Dolphins can go ahead and pop the champagne a little early.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there you go. The Vikings and the Bears. Dalvin Cook out for the season.
Right.
Sam Bradford. Question marks.
Mitchell Trubisky. Trubiscuits.
Mitchell Trubisky. If you play daily fantasy now, I'm telling you, watch this guy.
Mitch the Mitcher. I don't know, man. Mitch Trubiscuits.
In Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know. They in Chicago. Yeah, give them to me, man. Give me the Bears. Mitch Trubisky with his first win. Jordan Howard has a great game. Tariq Cohen goes nuts. And the good thing, I think what they're going to do is attack the linebackers because the Vikings corners are pretty good. I think Xavier Rose is probably maybe a top 3 cornerback almost by now. I think with Trubisky being a new quarterback, the receivers not being that great, I think they're just going to run the cornerbacks out of the play, and they're just going to attack in their strengths. They're going to use Zach Miller. They're going to use Deion Jordan. They're going to use Jordan Howard. And they're going to use Tariq Cohen to protect the quarterback and also just